Hello, everyone, and we're continuing on with Virtue's Last Reward. Alice is so happy to see Clover. Aren't you happy to see Alice? Of course we are. And I'm sure Tenmyoji will be very happy to know that we left Quark stuffed in some sort of cryotube somewhere else while we proceed to play an AB game against the comatose child. Very happy.
Oh, thank goodness you're back. Yep. Yes.
Hey, where's Quark?
About that.
So are these pod things really safe?
Hell if we know, Ten.
Probably.
I don't know.
Probably.
Well, it kind of froze a plant, and we assume it hasn't done that to Quark.
Well, are they safe or aren't they?
Well, you know, Ten, you can't actually know that for sure until you observe it for yourself. It's in both a constant state of being both safe and not safe until you go and look for yourself.
Look, I'm just worried about him, all right? Can you take me to this treatment center, Clover? Don't worry. We've still got 20 minutes left. Plenty of time to go have a look and come back.
Yeah, nothing bad is gonna happen while you're gone.
Okay. Come on then.
They have a lot of splaining to do.
I beg your pardon?
Lucy?
Sigma, take a look. It's not like we opened them all up. Yes.
Well, I guess we'll look at who's not here.
I opened it.
Oh, okay. No, he's not actually in it yet. Oh yeah, so it was Dio. So yes, chat, you were correct. This comes as no surprise, I suppose.
It's not really a big deal, okay? I mean, you came right back. Why? If you hadn't made it back by the deadline, you'd have just defaulted to Ally.
Okay, so now we have to introduce this rule.
What?
About how both have to vote. Well, no, if neither one votes, it defaults to betray. No, if they're punished. If getting all confused here.
There was no such thing in the pressure exchange chamber.
Yes.
I didn't see one in the pantry either.
How come Dio never goes through the doors with the penalty sheet thing? I don't know, he just seems to be able to avoid the rooms that have them.
Here are some more AB game rules for you. Not voting is not a option. If both parties refuse to vote, then every bunny gets penalized. In other words, one person out of every color group of 3 has to vote.
All right, I get it. Sorry. Cut me some slack though, man. I didn't know.
Well, he didn't say that.
Of course I wouldn't have. What the hell, bro?
Yeah, bro! Thinking the worst about your bro, Dio?
You said the room you went into was a treatment center, right? If they treat people there, I'd think they'd have shelves of medicine and stuff.
And there wasn't any. We checked.
Did you find any Accelavir?
We didn't. We found this neat gun, though. Want to check it out? Actually, no, Clover has the gun, so we can't actually show it to Fi.
I see. Can the pod cure Radical 6?
Unfortunately, we tried that.
How do you know that?
It told us, and we believe it. Is Radical 6 actually fatal? Yeah, I believe they did say that it was fatal.
Are you suggesting that 3 of us were, until recently, cryogenically frozen?
We're absolutely saying that, Kay.
Which of us are the pod people, then?
So this cold sleep, that means they basically froze the body solid, right? Not like how a bear or something hibernates where it just slows way down. So what would happen to the heart?
If it was frozen, I guess it would stop. It would have to, right?
Wouldn't it stop when you were put into a cold sleep?
Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off.
Uh-huh. Maybe an alternate way of taking the bracelet off.
Then we can just defrost ourselves right away.
Yep, just like that.
You said there were 3 pods, right?
We'd only need to do it 3 times for the 9 of us.
Uh-huh.
I imagine that will work for you, but perhaps not so much for me.
Don't worry. I'm sure we'll figure something out. We should go have a look at any rate. We'll be able to come up with a plan once we know more.
Of course.
Yeah, and we have all the time in the world to come up with a plan, just so long as people don't keep going and open up the AB doors, Dio.
What? What do you mean the cold sleep function doesn't work?
I'm sorry.
You don't have anything to apologize for, Luna. Zero Senior must have just locked it down.
Yeah, we did freeze a plant.
Yeah, I remember checking it.
We didn't unfreeze it, mind you, we just kind of shattered it, and that we might want to be able to unfreeze people.
Then that bastard set this up. Oh, that's low.
It is not pleasant, but consider this. We have seen how thorough Zero is. Would he really have left such an obvious loophole?
Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. If Zero Jr. heard me, he could have shut it off.
Whatever the case, it is an unfortunate outcome.
Unfortunate? Really? You sure? Aren't you just a little bit relieved? After all, we were gonna get our bracelets off while you were stuck with yours.
How could you say that? I would never be so petty as...
Oh, Dio, always thinking the worst of people. It's just projection is all it is.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex Game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes.
Yeah, maybe we should have done this before coming back here.
If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Time's running out.
That tends to happen around here.
We should get back, guys.
I'm staying here. I can't leave Quark.
You kinda can. He seems alright in there. I think you can leave him.
Are you nuts, old man? You're a solo. Luna and Phi could kill you.
Yeah, I know. I've only got one BP.
Exactly. If you don't vote, you'll default to ally. All they have to do is pick Betray.
We won't.
Well,
You staying here won't change our vote.
yeah, I mean, it's a risk, but if he believes the best of Luna and Phi, then maybe this could be one way to go, because now Luna and Phi don't have to worry about 10 picking Betray.
Right. We always intended to choose ally. Tenmyoji staying here is just another reason for us to stick to that plan.
Luna has the same number of BP as you, Tenmyoji. Normally, the safe plan would be to choose Betray. Since you will be unable to betray them, then Phi and Luna can choose to ally without worrying about their own points.
And if they don't, then we know they're cold-blooded murderers.
Yes.
Well, there you go. I trust Phi and Luna. I'm sure they'll choose ally. You think I need you to tell me that? I won't take my eyes off him for a minute.
Come on. We don't have much time left. We need to go.
Do I hear jingle bells?
4 minutes remain until Ambidex Game polling closes.
Is someone wearing bells? That jingle when they run? That's Alice? It could be either Alice or Kay.
Okay.
Okay, looks like we're getting right to it.
Sigma, do you remember what I said back in the other warehouse?
Yeah, I remember. Still wanna kill Quark? Well, I wouldn't kill him, but it'd be a rotten thing to do. But maybe that's just what it takes.
Yeah. Can I, take that back?
You seemed so eager to do it before.
I changed my mind a little bit after talking to Tenmyoji. I think we should choose ally. I can't tell you.
I guess we're still not going to find out whatever it is that 10 tells Clover. We do know there's something important that he has to say to her, but we have not found out what it is yet.
I just can't. You'd laugh if I did anyway.
Is that really such a bad thing, Clover?
Really? Well, I still can't tell you.
Aw.
I promised. I told Tenmyoji I wouldn't tell anybody.
Did he say that thing to Clover on previous playthroughs? Yeah, I remember there's at least one where he did.
No, he does matter. Quark is really important to Tenmyoji.
Well, yeah, we know that.
If we betray Quark, we're betraying Tenmyoji. Come on, don't you remember? When we were going into the red, blue, and green doors, Tenmyoji said something.
I didn't say there wasn't anyone I trusted. There's one person. Clover. I just know that you'll keep him safe.
I can't betray somebody who'd say that about me. That's because I didn't know who he was. Well, if what he told me was true, yeah.
One minute remains until Ambidex Game polling closes.
Please. Choose ally. If I try, you'll just throw me off, right? I don't think I'm strong enough to fight you. So...
Well, it seems that we're not going to find out who Ten really is right now, but Clover is going to let us vote by ourselves. And she has completely changed her mind about betraying, which seems kind of odd considering how gung-ho she was about it before. Seemingly not having any consideration about what Quark's situation is. And we know that she did betray Luna previously. Not really caring about it at that time either. So it must have been something that Ten told her to have her have this attitude about it now. And it seems that some of the people in the chat are kind of want to go with betray just because Clover wants us to ally.
Ten seconds remain until Ambidex Game polling closes. Three, two, one.
Okay, looks like it's time. As usual, it's 1 for ally, 2 for betray. As mentioned, someone just mentioned it, we have been going through ally for each of the choices on our first time round, but this is very close. There seems to be a large contingent of people in the chat who very much want to see what happens if we betray the unconscious child. But I think the ally faction, the heart of the chat, the compassionate side, is going to win on this and is going to determine that we will choose ally. So, we're going to choose ally against someone who cannot vote back, so we know how this is going to turn out for us. No mystery here. Let's do it now.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
Yes, maybe we'll somehow get betrayed anyway, just because...
What did you choose, Sigma?
Just because things just don't work out for Sigma.
No.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Okay, so no, there was no surprise betrayal on Quark somehow. And we can see that Tenmyoji lives, Phi and Luna did not kill him, and when going up against Dio, no surprise, everyone picked Betray, because that's what's going to happen when you go up against Dio.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly.
I imagine Alice is going to be very angry.
Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Unless they made an agreement beforehand that since they couldn't trust each other that they would both pick Betray.
So you chose Ally, huh?
Sure did.
Thank you.
Of course. Tenmyoji had only 1 BP left, and he was guaranteed to vote Ally. So there's no way we could betray somebody in that position.
If we had, then he'd...
Okay, let's see how they're getting along.
Hey! What the hell is your problem? You're either crazy or just an asshole.
I'm gonna go with the second one.
Were you trying to kill me?
No, nothing like that.
Yeah, nothing at all like that.
Well then, what was it like? If we'd voted Ally, I'd...
You would be dead. The needles in your bracelet would have activated, killing you.
See? That's exactly what I'm talking about. I didn't think there was any way in hell you guys would choose Ally, not with Alice's BP at 1. The only way you could possibly vote was Betray. Picking Ally when I knew you guys would pick Betray would have been suicide.
You can't die. You've got 6 BP.
Well, maybe not immediately, no. But I would have been signing my own death warrant. Heck, not just mine. Everyone except Kay's.
What?
Didn't you think it through? Your vote was always going to be Betray. Let's say I was a raving lunatic and picked Ally. What would happen to Kay's BP?
6 plus 3 would make 9.
See? Then it'd be game over. Life over. He'd open the number 9 door and blow this popsicle stand. And that'd leave us twisting in the wind, living out the rest of our miserable lives stuck in this place. You see? That's why I chose Betray.
Well, Dio was able to come up with a good explanation for that.
I did it to save all our necks, including yours.
He's so noble. Why can't more people be like Dio? Well, he really turned that around on Alice. He's making her feel bad about her getting angry at him trying to kill her. It's really quite impressive.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the star round. Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the star keys. The Ambidex gates can be opened as many.
Okay, so no skipping here because we do have new dialogue.
We can play the AB game as many times as we want. right?
Hey, didn't Zero Jr. say something about this?
Yep, infinite rounds.
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. The pair in solo is...
Alright, let's find out who we're going with now. Everyone is still alive.
Yeah, I heard about those. Alice told me about them while we were here waiting for you and Clover. I think I've got them figured out.
Yes, it looks like that we are solo. Okay, so we can go with 10 and Quark, if 10 decides to go at all, because he might still want to just stick around with Quark. I mean, that would be, we're going off by ourselves through a puzzle room, which might be a little boring.
Is there only one option?
Yes. No other combinations would be able to open the secondary doors. Admittedly, Tenmyoji and Quark aren't here for us to check, but I'm sure they're the yellow pair. If they weren't, then Sigma would be stuck without anybody he could pair up with.
Oh, God.
Oh, is Alice with Dio again?
I never thought I'd have to put up with Dio again.
Well, you just didn't think hard enough then. Sooner or later, everybody puts up with Dio. Wait.
There is no avoiding putting up with Dio. You think you can get out of it.
So, what should we do now? It looks like we have a lot of time until the primary doors open.
Yeah, time to look around and maybe talk about the nature of
I'm
reality
worried about Quark's condition.
and timelines.
Those pods can't cure Radical 6. He still needs help.
Well, we don't have anything to lose, so we might as well look for that medicine. Excelavir, right?
Yeah. What about the rest of you?
Oh, I'll help.
As will I.
Oh, right, and for Alice to get Radical 6, which if she does, would be happening right around now.
Me too.
Fine.
Yeah, whatever.
I guess I can help.
I suppose.
What about you, Sigma? Okay. We should split up and search.
Alright, great, we're going with Phi, so, we can learn some things.
Shall we regroup in the Floor B warehouse 10 minutes before the doors open?
Maybe some metaphors will be given.
You are going to the treatment center, correct?
Yes.
Then please remember to tell Tenmyoji where we intend to meet and when.
Okay.
You must also remember to bring Quark with you. I am concerned about removing him from the pod, but it can't be helped. Without Quark's bracelet, Sigma and Tenmyoji will be unable to open the secondary door.
Right.
Good. Looks like we got all that straightened out. Let's go.
Alright, it's been a half an hour, so we're heading into a room that we've done a puzzle in before, but we're not here to puzzle it. Rather, we're just here to look around and see if we can find any sign of this Accelavir. It sure is, Sigma. Don't save here. So, we'll be back in a few minutes to continue on and see if we can find anything and maybe learn some things through the form of metaphor. See you in a few.